So some of the things that we would be looking to do is again, set this foundation for continuous improvement. We don't want people to have to reinvent the wheel. We don't want them to have to go chase more content or more data. It just is ineffective given that someone's already done the work. So let me give a really typical example here where a project team has gone through ops readiness and there's been someone allocated to maintenance plan development. So they've gone through an exercise, they've developed the maintenance plans, and then structured that into master data, and they've implemented that into a CMMS, handed it off to the operations team, who then take the plan into operations. And we find that we got some reliability issues, and we want to review the strategy and the care plan. But all we have is the master data that's actually in our EAM system or CMMS system, and that's it. We don't have any content that was the basis of generating the master data. We just have the master data. And if anyone's found themselves in that environment, you'll know how much work it is then to try and regenerate the information that you need to make those decisions, because now it's even harder. You've actually got some content that's in your system, and you want to define the reliability kind of work to arrive at that decision. So such that you can even just start to then review. So it becomes a really ineffective way for an operations team to go about reviewing. In actual fact, most people would not attempt it and fall over to just subjective review of data, subjective review of maintenance plans, which ultimately leads us into a cycle of poor performance and poor cost, because we just haven't got the ability to make effective decisions without that data in place. So again, really important that we take the opportunity here for that data we've used as we've generated the content and handed over to operations is available to then use and continually improve, recognizing that it's never going to be perfect. Like, we simply can't understand how some assets are going to behave in some installations, you know, with a high degree of accuracy. So we may have some variance around it. We've made the best decision we can with the data we have. An opportunity now is for the operations team to just enhance that assessment with more accurate data. So they're just making some changes as opposed to regenerating. And if we've defined the master data standards really well, and we put some structure around that, and most organisations are pretty mature nowadays with these master data standards, you know, it makes for this consistent update process. But certainly the team can go to town on improving the detailed maintenance plans, refining and improving the work instruction content, making sure the bill of materials is 100% accurate on every activity, and obviously keep a track and continue to improve the spares levels as the assets age, and that assessment may change.